And yes, we are live. Welcome to the Glow Lounge. And today we have two beautiful women with us. We have Mama Christine. She's all the way from the United States of America. She's here with us. She's a grandma to beautiful children. She's here with us. So now we are live. Please, I want you to just go on your share this link to your family, to your friends. Share this link right now and tell them that we are live. I want you to do that. I'm going to be doing same as well to my WhatsApp contact, to people around me. So go share the link and let people know that we are live. So share this link. People need to know that we are live. Everyone get in here. Come and sit down. We need to hear. We need to hear from the beautiful women here. We have Auntie Ronke here with us as well. This woman that you see has in, she's ever young. Every year, she know they change. As in, she just like this as she is. That is how she is every time. Come, so we need to actually know the secret. How have they actually been doing it? What do they do special? What is actually different? What have they been doing? What do they do? Sister Yonke here tells, she has mentioned many times to me, she exercises 5 times a week. I'm like, oh, is that the secret? Maybe I should start exercising 5 times a week. And I've started now. Every morning I go out and do my exercise. Okay. Because I want to walk into my grandma age looking like a young girl. Seriously, this is not a time. We are not in that season of you want to be old and everyone, oh, old man, old woman. No. Everyone wants to just stay young forever. That's the season that we are in. Yes. And that is why you see a lot of women right now spending money, as in women are spending a lot of money to look good. You know how much they do all these reconstructions? Turkey has become not just a tourist center, Turkey has become a center for women going for reconstructions. And the truth is, we can't keep on like this because we can't keep going through the knife. You go through the knife because you want to look good. Why? Why do you have to? So we need to actually know the secret of which looking after ourselves, that we don't have to go through this pain. For me, I don't believe you have to go through some certain pains of going through the knife to look good. No, because some of these things actually have their repercussions. Yes, they do. They do have, yeah, they are not just natural as we think it is. They're not natural, in fact. And whatever the surgeon or whatever they say to you, there's no side effect. Trust me, there is, and there are multiple side effects to this. I know the worst is when it even goes wrong. Last year, we had a lot of women from Nigeria, my country. I read online, social media, women dying, reputable women, even celebrities dying because they had gone for one reconstruction or the other and it didn't go well. So, what can we do? Because everyone right now is passionate about, I want to look good. Botox, fillers, different things, just too many things out there. Spending money, I think the amount of money that women spend monthly to look good, it is a lot. And so instead of going all that route, why don't we think about how we can manage ourselves naturally, how we can actually lead our lives in a way that we carry ourselves with pride, we carry ourselves gracefully, and we walk into our grandma age. I want to have my hair growing white like grandma Christine, and I want to be shining like how she's shining like this. I want to be looking that way, as in be a grandma and still popping. You know what? Keep popping. That is actually a goal, not you're a grandma and you don't feel efficient, or you're a grandma and you feel like, okay, yeah, you don't like how you look. It's important that we appreciate how we look. So that is actually why we're here today. So today we have this beautiful woman. We have Christine Vidal Wachuku. This woman help people to understand how their early experience shape their emotions, relationships, daily responses. She believes that how we age and glow is not just about time or external care, but about the belief that is formed in childhood and how they continue to influence who we become over the years. She's actually the founder of Trauma Redeemed Mentorship. She guides young people from survival driven patterns into a life of intentional healing and wellness. Wow. She's a member of American Association of Christian Counselors, Christian Christian approaches. They use Christian approaches in their work from faith-rooted perspective, and they help people not only understand their past, but transform how they live and grow into wellness. I am privileged to have a little bit of Madam Christine's story, and I know she's gone through some lot of trauma in the past. And trauma and stress are one of the big causes of aging. But she has been able to live beyond these things, thriving and not just thriving, raising her children. She's raised her children, raising her grandchildren, and she's glowing. So let's welcome Madam Christine Vidal Wachuku.
Thank you,
Welcome, Madam
Vidal.
Christine. It's so
It's a
beautiful to have
pleasure
you
being here.
today. It's a pleasure.
Mm,
Thank you.
thank
And
you.
then we have Mrs. Oyeronke Sanyaolu. This woman is a very beautiful woman. Trust me, this video is not doing justice. It's not doing justice at all. She's pretty. And she's not just pretty, she's a God-fearing woman. She loves God. She fears God. This woman is passionate about healthy living. She wakes up every morning and she exercises 5 times a week. She's a mom to boys. So she's a boy mom. So if you're a boy mom, that's one of your person here. She's a nurse within a national health insurance, national NHS in the United Kingdom, and she practiced as a community nurse. She practiced as a community nurse where she actually functions as a bowel screening and a bowel screening nurse. Yes,
Blood and Bow.
bladder and bowel screening nurse. Yes. So she is passionate about what she does, and she doesn't just support people in the community alone. She's supportive to people in the church and in all her neighbor people around her. She is, like I mentioned, she's very, very passionate about healthy living. From what she eats to how she dresses to how she exercises, she is passionate about everything. If you see her makeup, simple, beautiful, she just shining. Her clothes, simple, beautiful. She's just beautiful in and out. So let's welcome Madam Oyeronke Sanyaolu. Welcome, ma. It's good to have you here. Thank you for coming to the Glow Lounge. And here today, you're going to be sharing your story with us. So let's start from Auntie Christine. So Auntie Christine, let's start from you. You're just going to be telling us a few things about you. So, what does aging and glowing gracefully personally mean to you? What does that mean to you? And how has this journey, how has it helped you? How has it shaped your perspective all
Thank you.
through your journey through the years?
Thank you so much, Coach. And it's really a privilege being here to share with your viewers. For me, aging and glowing gracefully is not about so much holding on to youth. That's in my own perspective. It's about understanding that life moves in seasons. That's how I look at it. And aging is a later season, not a lesser one, right? So everything we do from the beginning shapes how we arrive at this later age. Up until my mid 50s, actually, I didn't want to age because my idea of aging was shaped by my childhood experiences, how I grew up, how I saw people get old, and all that. So to me, aging was like a pitiable state. I saw it as the time where you had to be held, you didn't have balance, and your body was in complete decline. But then by the time I started my second career in nursing here in the US, I started right at the bottom as a nursing assistant. And what I saw, I was more confounded because I watched how age reduced people because I was taking care of the elderly. And that made me ask a deeper question. Is this what aging is meant to look like? Or is this the result of how people live their lives? And that question honestly changed my perspective because I came to see that how we age is not just about time, but it's largely shaped by how we have managed ourselves in the earlier seasons of our life, how we speak to ourselves during our earlier seasons, how we set boundaries, and whether we carry more than our capacity just to please others. Because all this brings stress. And I started looking within myself because I know that stress does not wait for old age to show its effects. It begins to show on you because it accumulates, it disrupts your sleep, it affects how you eat, it drains your energy, and over time it will show up in your body. So I had to address that to say, look, am I aligned and at peace within myself? Because if not, all this thing is going to show as I get older and older. So for me, glowing gracefully is not about trying to fix everything like later. It's about living in a way right now and earlier that supports the kind of aging you desire at the end. Think of it this way: it's like having a car, right? A car that has 100,000 miles on it. Now, you can have a car that is 100,000 miles and you will look at it and say, wow, it's as good as new. Because maybe the person that had this car was maintaining it well, taking care of it, compared to somebody that have the same make of car with the same mileage on it, but was not really maintaining it from the beginning. Of course, there will be a big difference in how the two cars will be in 10 years time, right? They will be very different. So for me, aging is becoming more aware, more intentional, and more at peace within yourself. So that as you age, you're not just growing older, but you're growing steadier, lighter, and more aligned and at peace with yourself. Because it is when you have all those factors that you will be able to do the things, that maintenance, I said now, the maintenance of what people now focus on. Because if you're not at peace with yourself, you will not sleep well, you will not eat well, you will not even be able to exercise at all. And with time, it shows in your body. So that is my own concept and idea of aging and how my journey has shaped me. So that is where I started from, healing myself first from my wounds within, so that through that I will be able to radiate it now in how I live, so that at the end I get there looking refreshed and at peace with myself.
Thank you so much, Mama Christine. Thank you so much. Yes, that was so powerful. Few things I picked personally. Being at peace with yourself.
I can hear you, Coach.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now? Can I be heard?
I can see you, but I can't hear you.
I can hear you. I can hear you for me. I don't know.
Okay. What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe just check your I can hear you and to
Right.
check your audio. Let's see. Can you hear me? Mama Christine, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I don't know
Okay.
why I can't hear you.
Oh.
What suddenly happened? Right, just carry on, Coach. Let me
Okay.
see
All
what's
right,
going
that's
on.
fine. Okay. Okay. So being at peace with yourself is one thing, and healing, like you mentioned, healing. And you said another thing. Don't start now. You say start from when you are young.
Yes.
And that is absolutely true. You can't start fixing what is already broken.
Mm-hmm.
You can only build what you want to achieve. So until we build the body that we want to have in future, we won't have it. Instead, we will only be struggling to amend, to fix what is already broken. And the truth is, fixing what is already broken will cost you not just money, it will cost you a lot of pain.
Yeah.
It will cost you time. It will cost a lot. And that is why it's important that we start early. And that involves us starting even with our children. How we feed our children, how much we are concerned about their well-being. It starts from all of this. So thank you so much, Madam Christine. So let's go to Auntie Ronke. Can you share with us as well from your own perspective? So how has aging and glowing what does it mean to you personally, and how has it shaped you as a woman personally, your perspective? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you for having me. And I think for me, I'll just start by saying aging is inevitable. So we all have to age. It's a natural process that happens to everybody. But there are some things that we do that can speed up aging, or things that can slow down aging or naturally progress aging. It's up to us. The life choices that we make, we either speed up the aging process or slow it down or naturally help you to get there gracefully, like we're saying. So everybody's going to age. However, we can age in such a way that the activities we do, our lifestyle does not speed up the process of aging. So aging and glowing to me is you still your age, definitely, but people see you and they think, oh, they get your age and they're never close to it. Because the way you look, the way you carry yourself, the things you do, you feed your body, and the lifestyle you live just helps to slow down that process of aging. So for me, it's not about avoiding aging. Everybody will. And for people that are going for cosmetic surgery, that's because they probably want to slow down the aging process. But that's the wrong way of slowing down that process. That's actually more dangerous. I don't have the lever for that, if I put it that way. I would rather do things naturally to age than to go under the knife, because that it always comes with a side effect. There are people that have gone and never come back. So I think there are things we can do and things that I do personally to slow down the aging process, to look after myself, to make sure I'm not looking 60, 70 at my age. So aging is inevitable. There are things we can do to slow it down. There are things we can do to speed it up. So what are we doing to our body? That would determine whether we're going to age and glow or age and look very haggard. There are people like Madam Christie said. There are people, you look at them, you guess their age. You probably say they are 60, 70, and they're about 40, 50. I mean, as a registered nurse, there are patients that come to me. I see them in clinic and I look at their age, because you have privilege to see their age, and you cannot match the age with the face. As a matter of fact, some of them come to clinic and say, oh, this young lady. And people will ask your age in this country, in the United Kingdom. People will ask, and you tell them, no, are you sure? Is that possible? Where it is. So we have to try and look well, look after ourselves. We have only one body. So we need to carry that body well. That's what will help us until the old age.
True. Thank you so much, Auntie Roke, for sharing that. Thank you so much. And yes, like you did mention, yes, some people you see them and they are looking way older than their age. I remember meeting a woman, a young woman who she mentioned she was going to be turning 40. And I looked at her and I said, I'm sorry, I know you're close to me, but I have to tell you the facts. You're actually looking 50 and not 40. But because she was very close to me, I had to be open. And I said, come, we can actually try to start fixing this. It's not yet late. Let's not keep it till it's broken when you're 60. Let's start fixing this. And first of all, we need to fix your plate.
Mm.
Fix your plate, and then we need to fix your movement. And just as you said, Auntie Ronke, you said there are steps to it. And that leads us to our next questions. So, what are those daily habits? What are those things that have helped you personally, or do you think can help women as well in general? Young women, middle-aged women, what can they do? Share with us. Do you personally have some certain routines? So maybe some of your little secrets. Share with us your little secrets. And share with us generally what you think. That young lady that's just thinking, or even that woman in her 40s, in her 50s, that don't want to grow old, what can they do? What are those daily habits that that I would say would help them, that would shape them to become confident, to become radiant as they grow older? So, Madam Christine, can you share with us?
Yes, when we talk of habits, just as Madame Ronke said, the exercises and things you do, that is a very good starting point, and those things matter, and I do them myself. But I've found for myself really that Your confidence and your radiance as a woman, the habits, it starts from what is happening within yourself, just as I said. Because you agree that women will carry a lot with us. So if you're anxious and you're overextended and operating from old patterns, no matter what you do, it's not going to last. So that is the starting point for you to heal from within yourself, to have boundaries, so that you carry only what you're able to carry. It is when you do this that you will have less stress, less worries. And with that, you will be able to have good sleep. So, which is one habit to form, being able to sleep. But if you don't take care of all the add ons or things that you're carrying, the worries, the people pleasing, and all those things that we do, we carry too much for some women. And those things age us because when you're having all these baggages, it's difficult for you to maintain the habits that will help you to age well in maintaining yourself. And that is why, as you said, you can see somebody that tells you they are 35 and they look like 45 because of what is going on in their lives and the stress they are not being able to manage. And then eating well too. For me, I eat well. So I try to look for foods that are nutritious to me. I try to go more for protein foods as I age because that's what is needed to repair your body, the cells, right? Your muscles. And the thing is that muscle, most of us, we don't realize that muscles begin to break down by the time we're in our 30s, our muscles is already going, it's in the decline. But at 30, most people are feeling that's the prime of their life. They are enjoying life. So they are not even considering those things. And their activities are not those that are going to enhance their muscle, like to build and maintain the muscle in their body. And it's for that lack of muscles that make us all wrinkly when we get older. And as I said, working with the elderly here when I started my nursing career, I could see that because they lack muscles, some of them couldn't even go to toilet because you need your muscles to push down. So if you don't have these muscles, you're going to have an issue. And that is why I incorporate strength training in what I do, like weights or doing my body weight or carrying a physical weight in the exercises I do so that I build muscles. And I try to walk at least clock in 10,000 steps every day because we are as human beings we're created to move. We're not supposed to just be sitting in one place. And you agree with me that we sit more than anything else. We sit more than anything else. So even these days, I've become conscious. I go to work as a nurse. During my shift, I try to stand up from time to time. After 40 minutes, 45, 1 hour, I get up and move instead of just sitting in one place. So these are the things that I've tried to incorporate um, in myself. So as I said, there are 6 things that you can look at as a woman. You try to look at your emotional load management. What are you carrying? What invisible responsibilities are you carrying mentally and emotionally? So it's for when you wake up, it's not just about planning your day, but you ask yourself, what am I carrying today that is not mine to carry? So that you learn to get off some things from you. It can be your marriage. It can be from your family of origin. Maybe all the demands that are on you, things that you should learn to set boundaries, you're not doing it. It can be your workplace, taking on more than you can. It can be from your friendships. So if we lighten the load, it will change your energy and your mood and even your physical health as you age. And then your nervous system regulating your nervous system, allow, because when you regulate your nervous system, you're able to allow your body to rest. And when your body rests, it can digest food better and it restores better. So in my trauma reading mentorship, we encourage Selah moments. Selah means just pausing when you feel destabilized, learning to pause and to breathe and step aside from constant stimulation, just to take a break and regulate yourself. All these things are the things that keep you. It's like the maintenance I said for a car. Saying no as a practice, you know, because we don't say these boundaries, saying no. It drains your energy when you take on too much, more than you can chew, right? It drains you. So when you're able to confidently say, I'm sorry, I would have loved to assist you, but right now that doesn't fit into my schedule. It gives you time because it restores something to you, right? It's choosing yourself. Saying no is choosing yourself, not rejecting others. Then your identity. Instead of you looking at yourself and doing things from pressure, we said at the habit, I said exercise, all those things. Your outlook to these exercises and things you do, when you attach identity to it, it helps you. Like for me, I tell myself, oh, I'm caring for my body. I'm doing strength training because I value myself and I don't want to age in a particular way, right? I don't want to age in a way that I can't move myself, that I'll be so frail and all that. So I don't tell myself that, oh, I'm doing this exercise because I need to do workout. You see, when that puts pressure on you, and before time, you will stop doing it because you look at it like it's work. But when you try to frame it from an identity point of view, it helps you to maintain it and to be consistent in what you are doing. And then some of us, as I said, we are still living with that the strong one mentality, the one who holds everything together, you know. So a good place to check is, do I still need to be this person today? Do I still need to be this strong person carrying my family, carrying everything, carrying everybody, fixing everything? That thing is draining your energy and it will age you faster. So ask yourself, so that you release some old roles that you have been playing that may no longer be serving you. And you create space for confidence in yourself, right? And then inner dialogue, having inner dialogue hygiene is another habit. Catching yourself. What do you say to yourself daily? Because what you say to yourself determines how you show up in life. Are you talking nicely to yourself? Because some of us were our worst critics. We say horrible things to ourselves. So if your inner dialogue is not good, it's going to show in your confidence. When you're speaking harshly to yourself, it erodes that confidence in you. So that is what I will say, that radiance and habit is not just built from what you do to your body. It comes from how you care also, you know, for your inner world, your inner self. So these are the things that combine to now help you do the outer ones of the exercising, the eating, and all those ones. Because if your inner self is not okay, you're not even going to be eating right. You may even go into depression and other things. And you talked about, I think it was Madam Ronke that talked about surgery, cosmetic surgeries and all that. We do that because we don't have that confidence. Some people have, they are ashamed of their bodies. And that is what pushed them into those things. And it is those inner dialogue we have with ourselves when we are not aligned within ourselves. So to me, that is the starting point. When we form these 6 habits that deal with our inner self, then it will set us up to be able to do the physical ones now. of what everybody sees and talk about, the exercising, the eating, and the sleeping.
Thank you so much, Madam Christine. That was so powerful. Like, thank you so much. Having that inner dialogue is very key. Learning to say no when you should. These things are all very much important. I think as a trauma specialist, these are things that you've actually come across a lot. And when after the next, you're going to be speaking to us about telling us about that emotional well-being and all that. But before we go on to that, let's have Madam Ronke. I think you've gone on the stage. Let's see. Yeah, welcome back, to Ronke. Okay, so before we go on to our next question, Auntie Ronke, tell us. So, from your own perspective, what are those habits? What are those lifestyle choices that has shaped you, or that you would advise women, both young, middle-aged women, to take on? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Coach E. And I would agree with Madam Christian. Radiance comes from within. It comes from within. No matter the cream you apply, no matter whatever you do to your outer body, if you are not right from within, it's not going to help. So radiance comes from within. And the first thing we need to manage as women is stress. We do a lot as women. We carry a lot on our shoulders. The home, the family, our work, children, husband, so many things around us. There's so much load on women. You have to manage stress. Now, stress is inevitable. We all have stress at some point in our lives, but we can manage stress. You have to learn how you distress, how you get yourself out of that situation causing you stress so that your body can relax. When you are constantly in a stress mode, your body is always in a fight and flight mode and is always constantly active. Like Madam Christian said, your nervous system never settles. It's always up and down. And it's like something is triggering the nervous system, something is fighting it, and is always on the defense. It never settles. It would affect your body. It will start to show on your body because your body never rests. So you have to find a way to get out of that stress, whether it's to leave that situation for a while, whether it's to hand over things, delegate things to people that can help, speak up to people that can help you, because radiance comes from within. And I always tell people, you can't give what you don't have. If you're trying to help everybody, but you don't help yourself, how do you then give what you don't have? So we need to help ourselves as women. Is what comes from within that shows from the outside. Be positive minded. Even if the world is falling, that's my own attitude to life. Even if the world is falling, I am always positive. It doesn't matter what is happening. I am always positive. Everything will end well. I am unapologetically a God-fearing woman. So it doesn't matter what is happening. I know everything will end well. My God will not leave anything to crush me. So be positive about whatever you're going through. If you're not a woman of faith, this is me encouraging you to go and find God, the only true God that can help you. Because that one, God alone in your life makes you settle from within, and that would affect your life from the outer part of it. So whatever is happening, whatever stress, whatever emotional things going on in my life, I hand it over to God. Yes, as human beings we worry, but when I hand it over to God, I have that inner peace, and then I can glow from the outside. So I believe women, we need to distress, find ways to get out of that stress. Read books if that's what does get you out of that situation. Read books, go for walks. If you have a friend you want to talk to, something to get you out of that stressful situation. If you don't, it will start to show on your face. Now, people say, I want to look young at 50, I want to you look young at 80 or 70. What have you been doing when you were 20, when you were 30? Because that will tell on your body when you get to that 60, 70 age. So learn to distress, get out of that stressful situation. Emotional and mental well-being, that's part of the stress. I am very big on that. Emotional and mental well-being. You have to look after yourself. Please, if you need help, if it's professional help from the mental health thing, please seek help. If you need therapy, seek therapy. Prayer is good, but sometimes we need the help of the professional. And if you do, please seek that help. Because there's no amount of thing you do to yourself. If your emotions are not right, or if your mental health is suffering, it's going to show on your body. It may not show in 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Later down the line, it will show. So please seek the necessary help that you need. I've talked about spiritual well-being. God is my anchor. Intentionality for me, you have to be intentional about it. It's not, oh, because this sister looks so young, I want to look so young. It's about you. Choose you. Look after you. Don't follow anybody's trend. Look after you. Your own well-being is what you should seek after. You can seek guidance from people. However, make sure everything is about you, looking after you. And also, I think for me, sleep is very important. You need your body to rest. The body heals when we sleep. So if you don't get enough sleep, how do you then recover? The organs of your body, they try to recover, recalibrate when you sleep. So if you don't get enough sleep, it's going to show down the line, few months. Some people glory in, oh, I sleep at 2 a.m., I wake up at 6. Your body will ask for it, for a demand for that sleep at some point. And when the body starts demanding for sleep, there's a problem. So we need to sleep. We need to rest the body. The body can't be constantly on the run every time functioning. It needs to rest. It's just like a car. If a car functions 24 hours a day, every time, never stops, it will visit the mechanic a lot. So you need to rest. You need to sleep is very important. Please, let's take care of ourselves. Now, for me, one thing I do, like Coach E said, I exercise. I look after my inner being, and I want to look after my outer being. Now, when I started, my exercise have been on and off for years, 2012. But 2020, when I started, and up to today, I exercise 5 times a week since 2020. That's over 6 years ago, because I started when lockdown started. Now, when I started my exercise, for me, it was more about I wanted to lose weight. I was never on the big side, but I was very skinny by the time I got married. And I saw that I've added a few kilos, and I was like, no, I don't want this. I wanted to lose weight. But down the line, it's no longer about weight loss for me. It's about my well-being. So exercise is no longer weight loss for me. It's about my well-being. When you move your body, our body is designed to move. And when you move your body, you're doing it good. You feel well, your good hormones are released. You can actually manage situation well when you move your body. If you exercise constantly, there are times situations will come at you, your body is in a good mood or a good shape to be able to manage that situation because you're giving it life by moving your body. We are not designed to sit. And these days we have a lot of job. Even as a registered nurse, for me, in my role, I see patients in my clinic. I sit down looking at computer, patient come to see me, and you don't move. So what I do when I'm on break, I don't sit down. I can be constantly on my feet on break. And luckily for me, I've got my room to myself. So we need to move our body. It's not negotiable for me. I wake up to do my exercise. So my day starts early. I wake up by around 5 o'clock. I have my quiet time with God. I speak to God first. And then by past 6, quarter past 6, thereabout, I'm out of the bed. I do my exercise until about 7 o'clock. And then my day starts getting ready for work. Every morning, Monday to Friday. Saturday is my rest day. Sunday, I'm up. I'm going to church to worship God. So we need to, from within first, and then the outer one. Another thing for me is your diet. Your diet, you need to eat well. I know we love all these African foods, and even those of us that now live in the diaspora, we love some of the food they eat here. As much as possible, if you're going to eat those food, you need to cut them down. They are not food you eat every day, and they are not food you eat in large portions. So your cakes, your steak, your proteins are good. You have to choose the good ones. Your chicken and turkey are better. The white proteins are better for you. If you're going to eat your red meat, which is fine, we eat that in Africa, don't make it an everyday recipe. Carbs, cut your carbs down. Protein, as long as you don't have any kidney problems, proteins are good for your body. If your plate, your typical plate that you're eating doesn't have vegetables in them, and everything on there is carbohydrate, you are not doing your body well. Balance your meal. It's important to eat a balanced diet. Your fruits and vegetables, your carbohydrates, your proteins, your vitamins. You need to balance your meal. And for someone like me, I'm not preaching everybody should follow me, but for somebody like me, I don't eat 3 times a day. That's because I discovered my body doesn't need 3 meals a day. My body doesn't need. Growing up, we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That was normal. But as I grew into adulthood, I discovered that I don't need 3 square meals a day. I probably eat only one main meal a day, and others with vegetables, fruits, and carrots. And I'm fine with that. That's me. So find what works for you. If you are still going breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you say, oh, I want to lose weight, I want to maintain weight, you will not, because you're probably overloading your body. Sometimes our foods are calorie dense. You already finished your whole calorie for the day in one meal, and you still have 2 more meals to go. So be mindful of your diet. Everything that goes into my mouth, I want to know what it is and how it is benefiting my body. So sometimes I go shopping, I'm looking at the what's it called, the labels. And sometimes people look at me in the shop and like, well, it's my money. I look at the labels, I want to know what's going on into my mouth. So we need to be careful what we feed ourselves. Our body, like I said, is just one body. You need to look after it. Another thing for me is your fluid intake, your water. Let me make that clear, water, because I teach in my job, I teach about fluids. Water, there are many fluids for people. People drink Pepsi, fizzy drinks. I've met people, so many of my patients that do not drink water. You'll be shocked. They don't drink water. They drink fizzy drinks, or they drink caffeine, Coke, coffee, tea. Water is your best friend. I tell people, water is your best friend. I've got my bottle, my 2 liter bottle here with me. Goes with me everywhere I go. All of my colleagues know my bottle. So you're coming to, they know my 2 liter bottle with me. I drink probably about 3-4 liters a day. Fluid intake is very important. You need to drink water. What I'm preaching water now, because some people say, oh, fluid, yeah, that's fine. I've got my Diet Coke. Your Diet Coke and your Diet Pepsi, they've got sugar substances that are not good for your body. So please drink water. If you're going to drink those fizzy drinks, they must not be an everyday affair. You open some people's fridges and you have juices, fizzy drinks in there. There's nothing nutritious in that fridge. I go to parties and I don't drink fizzy drink. I drink water. I go on holidays, my children, family, I drink water. People look at me. If I don't want to drink that fizzy drink, I will not drink it. It's just a personal decision for me. Water is good for your body. Drink water. Rest and sleep, diet, fluid, spiritual well-being, emotional well-being, everything combines together, brings your body into that aging process steadily and glowing.
Uh, it's like, Coach, if I may add something there, Coach, let's say Coach Madam Ronke was talking about
It's gone again.
having a schedule and all that. I think it is important. Like she said, I do night duties, but you can organize your routine around how your day and your work life is. For me, I do night duties. So when I go for my night shift, when I come back home, I sleep. And when I sleep and wake up in the afternoon, I now do my time with God. I have that time with God immediately. I wake up in the afternoon. And after my time with God, I do my exercise. And I exercise 5 times a week. I incorporate strength training, as I said, carrying weights and all that. And then I do 10,000 steps in addition to the other exercises that I do. So you see that even though with my schedule, I don't say, oh, it's not possible. Like, how am I going to be able to do that? I try to work it out and see how I can incorporate it. So when I wake up in the afternoon, it's the beginning of my day. And that is what I now do. And then talking of this, she mentioned about eating. It's very true. Our body is not meant for us to just be eating, eating, eating. No, we were not created to just eat to survive. So it's very little that the body needs. I eat twice a day, and that's what I do. And then I fast. Fasting is another thing that is most people don't do, but it's a way to give your body rest. I fast every week, once a week. I fast once a week. And then from time to time, like 2 times in a year, I do 3 days fasting to clean out my system and rejuvenate my cells, right? So I do that 3 days. Water fast is what I do. And then at times I can add dry fast to it, which may go more than 3 days, right? So it helps your body to also heal. Is very important. And then she talked about water and then fizzy drinks and all those things. She was saying, oh, she's just suggesting it. Madam Ronke, me, I'm not suggesting it. That's what you should be doing. Stop those drinks. They are not adding anything to you. It's over 25 years now since I last took Coca-Cola, all those fizzy things. I don't drink them. It's over 25 years. I've not died. They are just sugar that you're pumping into your body. Your body doesn't need that thing. They are empty calories. that you're eating, you're drinking, and all that, they are not necessary. Cut it out of your life. And if you even cut it, you will be shocked at the amount of weight you will lose just by stopping to drink those things. Even store-bought juice, I don't, because they are full of sugar. Just as she said, I read labels, and I taught my husband too. So whenever he's in the store, he will be reading the label to see what is there. I tell him, if anything is written there that you cannot pronounce, don't buy it. And if it's more than 5 things or 6 things on that label, you see list long, I don't buy it because it's processed. What do you need that for? In my house, we hardly have processed canned things, all those things. Nope. I have raw foods. You see raw beans, raw rice. Then you see vegetables, all those things. I don't buy all those processed things to put into my body. So it is something we should be aware of. Water, 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 water. We should drink every time. And then sleep is very important. Sleep, as she said, it's like taking your car for oil change and all those things you do. That's what it does for you. When you sleep, your cells are repaired. Bad things are flushed out of the system and everything. Your brain is rewired and everything so that you wake up refreshed. So if you're not sleeping, it is problem. If you're not, as she said from the beginning, if you, no matter the cream you're going to rub and all those things you're going to do, if you did not sleep enough, your body is going to age in a bad way because your cells are not being repaired at all. And please let us consider fasting. If you don't have fasting as part of your own plan, please look into it. Fasting can even heal you of diseases. Honestly, it can drop your blood pressure and do so many things, even diabetes, regulate your blood sugar, everything. It is good to fast once in a while.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, Madam Christian. Thank you so much. Fast, I do that as well. Probably something that I don't, but I do. It's more of a spiritual exercise for me. But fasting is beneficial spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, psychologically. So fasting is very important. We are not meant to be eating and eating and eating. We're going to kill ourselves with food. We need to give the body a break by fasting. So that's one thing I do a lot as well. I probably sometimes overdo mine, but yeah, that's something I do as well. Fasting is very
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Auntie Ronke. Thank you so much, Madam Christine. Thank you so much. As in, you've said everything I preach about in the Trim and Glow tribe. Everything I preach about in the Trim and Glow tribe. You've just said them all. The fact is, God created food, but that same food can be poisons to us. Just as it was poison to Eve, it can be poison to us. God did not create food for us to abuse it. He created food for us to eat and live, not for us to curse ourselves, not for us to harm ourselves. And that is why it is important that we know when to eat, how to eat, even how to prepare and source our food. I'm talking about buying and reading labels. I'm a food scientist. And one of the things in the food industry, FDA and all that, is labeling. Labeling is a very big topic. We will be having a webinar by the end of this month on the 29th to 31st of May. Do not miss that webinar. Please join that webinar. That webinar, we're going to be teaching you about reading labels, especially for your children. It's designated for the children especially, but for mothers to learn how to feed their children right. Let me tell you something about labels. So when you take a bottle, I like keeping this bottle for some purposes. So this says juice boss. Oh, sorry, this my background is taking it all out. Is a juice bottle. If you go through the label, it says apple juice from concentrate. Now, concentrate. It's not the pure, it's from concentrate. And then it goes saying natural flavorings, potassium sorbate, preservative, and all that. Why can't you just get your apple and just juice it? You save yourself from all the chemicals that you're putting into your body. Get your apples and juice. One thing about the Trim and Glow tribe, which I teach women a lot, is Once you join the Trim and Glow tribe, in just 3 days, you learn how to make lots of smoothies and juices naturally. And you stop buying all this rubbish in the supermarkets. Yes, because seriously, the food industry, the pharmaceutical industry is a big business, a very big business. And we have to be very intentional about how we look after ourselves. I'm talking about food. You don't have to eat 3 square meals. And if you're having 3 square meals, I personally, for my food plan in Trim and Glow, our breakfast are smoothies, which are fruits. So that helps to fuel your body. You're not filling up your body with a heavy load. You're opening up your body and say, okay, welcome, and opening up your bowel as well, opening up your system. Then our lunch, we have our heavy meal, and dinner, we go down to a lighter meal as well. Maybe pepper soup or salad, just something really light, just to keep your body okay. You don't have to eat. Some people eat yam in the morning, rice in the afternoon, beans at night. Imagine that combination.
Yeah.
It's so, and sincerely, this is actually the a normal African, especially I'm a Nigerian, so this is like a normal Nigerian home. That is how they eat. And let me tell you something. One shocking thing: a research was currently done, and it was discovered that Nigerians have the lowest mortality rate in the whole world at the moment. Yes. And our mortality rate has been had the highest mortality rate. That means people die easily. And our mortality rate has been capped at age 50. So from the age of 50, people are dying. So we have a younger population, we have more of a younger population than an older population. Compare the UK here, you see people, or in the US, you see people 100, 98. In Nigeria, if you have your parents age 90, in fact, you have to be doing a very big party. But here it is a norm. And that is because there is actually something wrong with our system of how we eat. In my tribe, as much as possible, I've broken down the Nigerian meal to a lot. And people feel like, is it not because it's wrong, but because the way we approach it is very bad. So if you want to know more about eating, labeling, and all that, join the Trim and Glow tribe. Talking about the Trim and Glow tribe, I'm just going to play this video because tomorrow we are starting a fruit fast for 3 days. Yes, 3 days. So we do fruit fast 3 days for next month, and in June we're having our water fast for 3 good days. But if you want to join us tomorrow. Watch this video and see, and we'll come back to Auntie Ronke and Madam Christine for the remaining questions. So just watch this video. I'm going to play right now.
So let me ask you, when was the last time you actually gave your body time to rest? So you go morning, rice, afternoon, yam, night, apple, eba. Your body don't have any time to rest. You keep going in that circle. Those food keep staying in your body. You get constipated easily. You get tired. Your skin looks dull. How long do you want to continue living like that? Are you truly ready to make a change? If you are, then you should join our 5 days Detox to Glow program. As a woman beyond 30, you need to learn to detoxify your body. You need to learn to know when your body needs reset. You need to learn to know when your body does not need food. You need to learn that. You need to learn to nourish your body with what it truly needs, not just what you want to eat. Now, if you don't take care of your body will force you to take care of it. You don't want to get to that point where the doctor begins to say, you can't eat this, you can't eat that, you can't eat this, you can't eat that at your old age. You don't want to get there, right? So if you really truly love the things you eat and you still want to enjoy them whenever you have to, without abusing those foods, then you need to learn to understand when you need a reset and do not abuse food. So I'm calling you, please join the 5 days Detox to Glow program. This program is for you that woman that want to glow. And as I always say, from the inside to the outside. See you in the Detox to Glow, 1st of March to the 5th of March. See you there.
Okay. Yes. So you have just today for you to join the Trim and Glow Detox to Glow program. You have tonight. We're starting tomorrow. 3 days fast. 3 days, 5 days, 5 days detox program. to a glowing you. And for 3 quarters, we're going to be having just fruits alone, fruits and vegetables. That's going to cleanse you from the inside out. So you do not want to, and it's just for £10 only £10. Imagine £10 for just a better version of you. £10 and you stop using laxative. I've heard people you stop using laxative just because they joined this program. So, and this could actually be you. And every month we do this. So join us tomorrow. Make your payment today and join us tomorrow. Thank you so much, Madam Christine. So let's go over. Now let's ask. We know so much that our emotional well-being is key. And as women, we go through a lot of hormonal imbalance. Stress can stress us. 1 week we're in our period. The next week we are ovulating. Another time we are having one stress or the other, from family, from husband, from children. All this stress just breaks down our body system. All this stress, trauma, and everything, all that goes on around us, it doesn't help us as women. How have you been able to, Madam Christine, how have you been able to rise above this? Whether family challenges, whether stress from you being a woman, how have you been able to rise above all these things for you to be able to radiate your true self? Thank
Yes.
you.
So as I mentioned part of this from the beginning when I talked about stress, managing stress, it's like we go through a lot and holding on to God, because in all things I believe that God is our anchor in what we do. Because when you have God, they say one with God is majority, right? And there's nothing that you cannot overcome when you bring it to God. So when you have God as your anchor, it helps you that with whatever thing you go through, you're able to lay it at his feet and unburden yourself. Because it's when you're able to release from yourself, then you're able to have that peace and manage yourself. And then being quick also to recognize what is going on within you, knowing the things to release. And this can be in terms of holding people in your mind, forgiveness. All those things count a lot to be able to let go of things and not keep them brooding inside you, worrying and stressing your life about things you cannot change, because you're not the Holy Spirit. It is the Holy Spirit that can take care of this thing. And that is why Christ said, you that are heavy laden, come unto me, right? We should bring it. But most times as women, we hold on to things. So those are the little things I started doing for myself, to ask myself, what is the issue that I'm having right now within me that I need to release, I need to bring before God, I need to maybe talk with people that are concerned about this. They say if you have hurt or something with your brother or somebody, then go to the person and talk about it, even with your own children and all that. If you're able to build a good relationship, talking with your children, find out ways, especially when things are not working right, and you're able to fix those things, your relationship with your children, ask for their forgiveness in things that you have, areas you have hurt them, and feeling free to talk with you, you will be more relaxed when everything around you is calm, right? And then, as I said also, you will still come back to doing exercises, eating the food you eat, because they all have an effect on our hormones and
Mm,
things we do.
mm,
So all these things come together to help us. And then still going back to our childhood, things we carried with us from our homes can be like weights inside us that we grudgingly hold on to, the roles that we are playing in our homes. If we don't come to terms with it and face it, like accept the truth for yourself. Are you happy with the roles you play in your
mm,
family, the things you're carrying on in your family? Because if you're not, and you're just doing it to please people, to satisfy them and all that, it's a heavy burden that you're carrying on yourself. It stresses you out. You keep some people, it's like they are the financial backbone of their family, even when they themselves are struggling. So because of that, they cannot even sleep. They cannot have rest. even here in the US, for immigrants that are here, you find that some do 5 jobs, 4 jobs, just to be able to, carry the load from home. And they cannot say no. They stress themselves out. All those things add up emotionally, mentally, and they affect you in the long run. So it's the ability for us to sit with ourselves and allow ourselves to not be pressured and accept who we are, what we want to become, and live with it for our own well-being. So that's how I look at it. Let's be honest with ourselves. It starts with being honest and aware of your situation and what you want to take on.
Thank you so much, Mama Christine. Thank you so much. You've said it all. Thank you so, so much. Yeah, it starts with forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Forgive the people that you've hurt. Forgiveness is one key thing. Taking that step, that first step, is going to bring a lot of healing, a lot of restoration. It's going to bring life to you. Stop worrying about things that you need to just leave in God's hands. Leave it up to God. Auntie Ronke, please tell us. So for you, how can we as women be able to ease ourselves of those emotional stress and all that? How can we, what can we do? What can we do differently? It can even be even the husband disturbing us, it can be the children, it can be, what can we do as women? How do we do for us to radiate our own true self?
Thank you very much, Coach. There's one thing I say to myself and I tell others, let go and let God. Let go and let God. There are times that people will hurt you so badly, and it could be family. You've tried everything you can to sort of sit them down, talk to them, tell them what they've done, what's going on. You probably have even invited some other people to meddle in the matter, but things are not going the right way. Please let go and let God. Don't carry the burden in your heart. It will affect your body. Forgiveness, like we said, is very important. If you don't forgive, it eventually leads to bitterness. It will lead to resentment, and it can actually cause physical sickness in your body. So we need to let go and let go. It's not everything you're going to be able to fix. There are things will happen that you can fix. You would sort things out with people and life goes on. But there are things you may not be able to fix. Please have the watchword. Let go and let God. Human beings will offend you. Human beings will step on your toe. For your own sake, for your own well-being, emotional, mental, psychological well-being, and even spiritual well-being, let go and let God. Please hand them over to God so that you can live your life. You don't want to die or give yourself sicknesses because of what someone has done to you. Let go and let God. Forgive people and hand them over to God. Now, Mother Christy talks about hormones. Our hormones. You know, you can actually regulate your hormones with your food and your fluid, and your lifestyle can help you regulate your hormones. If maybe your premenstrual syndrome during menstruation or after your menopause, whatever it is, and you are eating some food, they would actually disturb your hormones. Sugar is one of them. So we can regulate our hormones as women with the food we eat and the lifestyle we live. Sleep can regulate our hormones. So we need to watch what we do as women, because we cannot avoid these hormones playing up sometimes. But the things we do can help them to settle. So there are so many things that will make our hormones to be imbalanced and things like that to happen. But if you don't help it with your lifestyle, it's going to get worse. So we need to be mindful of what we do to regulate our hormones. Our spiritual well-being is very important. God. I always tell myself, because I have God in me, more than half of my problem is solved. Because I have God. Because I look at people who don't have God and I see, how did they cope with life? How did they manage without God? Because as a child of God, you have challenges in your life. But be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. That's what Jesus said. But people who don't have God, where did they run to? So we have an advantage that we have God in our lives. Please hand over everything to God. In everything we've said today, most importantly, make sure you have God. That's what will keep you going.
Thank you so much. Most importantly, make sure you have God. When the
Mm.
Bible says, cast all your cares, cast all your burdens, it's not a joke, it's real. Just surrender them over to God because He's the only one that can fix it. He's the one that can go behind the scene to make ways where there is no way. So
Mm.
just cast all those burdens there, cast them out there, cast them on the floor to Him. Just leave it out there and don't carry them on your chest. Don't let it kill you. Don't die out of the problems that you go through. Let your problems not kill you, but rise above it and leave it all over to God. Thank you so, so much. Thank you so much. It's been such a blessing having you both here. And I have personally learned a lot as well. And so our time is fast spent. So we're going to be rounding up shortly. But before we round up, I would like to ask you, what final advice would you like to give? Would you like to give to that woman that wants to know how does she start to pick up herself now? That woman that wants to get into that rhythm of her living a life. You said we don't have to start. It's not we're not starting when we are already old. We have to start now while we're still young. So what advice, what final words do you have to say to that woman that wants to glow from within and she wants to walk into her grandma age, shining like Madame Christine? So inspiring your stories. So please, can you tell us, Madam Christine, what final advice would you want to give to that younger version of you or that young woman?
Yes, I will say pay attention to your inner world because that's where it all starts, right? As I said, life is in stages and aging is the later part of the stage. So where you are now, start from there. Look at yourself. Are you having unresolved hurts? What responsibilities are you carrying for yourself? Maybe your marriage, your family, and whatever. Don't ignore those. Try to heal from those because it is only when you heal that you will stop living from survival, right? And you will start, it will change how you think, how you respond to things, and how you carry yourself. So be intentional about how you're living today in the small choices you make, your everyday life, from when you wake up to when you sleep, the things you think, the responsibilities you carry. Be intentional, right? The way you manage your emotional load, how you care for your inner peace, and the boundaries that you're able to keep. The way you speak to yourself, I will keep emphasizing that. Check the way you speak to yourself. Be your own greatest cheerleader because all these things will shape how you experience each season of your life and how you show up at the later part of your life. So don't rush through the seasons. No, learn from each season, grow from each one, and take care of yourself in a way that allows you to arrive at each stage of life, not just older, but lighter, steadier, and more at peace. Because your glow is not something you find at the end of life, it is something you build by how you live each season.
Mm.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was so powerful. So powerful. Like you mentioned, be your own cheerleader. One of the things I say to Trim and Glue women, don't wait for someone to be complimenting you. Compliment yourself. Start with you. Because if you are waiting and the person you are waiting for to compliment you does not, you're going to feel bad. Compliment yourself. One thing we do in Trim and Glow every Sunday, we take pictures. We call it our Glow Sunday. And you take pictures of you. Take pictures of yourself and you appreciate yourself. Kai, I fine, man. God created a beautiful woman. Can you see me? I see some women and they say they don't have picture. How wouldn't you not have picture? Like seriously, you are fine and you don't have picture. Snap picture. You wear fine. Take a picture of you. Keep those for memories. Keep those events. As in sometimes you don't have anything to do. And sometimes I just go through my phone. Even my children, they know that my phone is even better than Netflix because I have a lot of memories. I have a lot of pictures of videos, everything. So sometimes they say, Mommy, please can I just take your phone? I just want to just look at pictures and videos. Because I'm always taking pictures of me, So take pictures, appreciate yourself, start with that. And you will see yourself begin to glow. Thank you so much. Madam Christine, I want to ask you one question because you said something, and I actually just want to ask you personally that. So you said you work night shifts before we bring this to a close and before how have you been able to, because I know this actually affects our hormones and all that, but how have you been able to cope through it? And how long, first of all, how long have you been doing just nights? Because a lot of us are health workers. I'm a registered nurse as well. And I know many people are registered nurses or healthcare workers. So how long have you been doing just night shifts? And how have you been able to cope, or how have you been able to thrive through it and still stay healthy, even at this age?
Yes, so I think I've been doing night shifts for less than 2 years now.
Okay.
Yes, less than 2 years now. But as I said, when I started, I was drinking coffee and all that to help me stay awake. But with time, I completely cut that off. So I don't rely on coffee. So I drink water, a lot of water. So I carry water with me and I drink. And then by the time I come back home, remember I'm already in menopause. So when I come back home, I try to get in my sleep. So no matter what, immediately I come back, I take my bath, I go to sleep, and I don't wake up till much later in the afternoon before I now prepare again to go for my night shift. So I don't compromise my sleep and I don't compromise my exercise, and I try to eat well, which is, remember I told you that I don't have all those store-bought food things, packaged things. Nope, I could cook my food from scratch. That's what I do. So, and I always tell people that when people say our African food, I try to eat culturally, because I believe that God placed us in different cultures, and the food that He gives to us in our own climate, they are the ones that are suitable for our bodies. So I always feel like there's nothing wrong with our foods, like swallow, all those things that we complain about, and people go and be making cabbage swallow. Like, no, nothing is wrong with our food. So it is just how we eat them, the quantities we eat, and how we pair them. That's just it. So if we eat them right, they are good for your body. So I try to stay that way, eat naturally, eat what I know, eat what I like, and all that. So I feel all those things keep me in check with my hormones and all that. And as I said, I cut off coffee because I felt it was not adding anything valuable to my life, right? So I don't do coffee and I still stay awake because of the water I drink. I drink a lot of water. So during my night shift, it makes me go to pee all the time. So that keeps me awake. And then I stand up from time to time, not just sitting throughout, because I'm a pediatric home care nurse. So I go to take care of medically challenged children in their home, which is normally 12 hours shift.
Mm.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Thank you so much. You're doing so well. But one thing I did pick from your story. One, you have not been on night shift for too long.
Yes.
And it's something that I because I tell people do not stay on night shift for way too long. Some people who have been on night shift for like 10 years. No, do
Yes.
not be on it. And it's possibly maybe you're just doing this for a particular time frame, and it's
Yes.
not something that you're going to do for a very long time. So
No.
yeah, so do not stay on it like for a very long time. It's not so healthy.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. I'm talking about our African food. I am personally an advocate of cabbage swallow. So now, yes, I'm an advocate of pest because this is our foods are very much carb dense. They are very heavy with carbs. And in order not to take us out from enjoying our soups, I believe in okay, why don't we incorporate this? You're enjoying that soup that you love. Incorporate some veg into it. Because when you are telling people reduce the quantity, they will still go and eat plenty. One wrap of akpu alone, go and weigh it and see how much calorie. You
But
finish
you
it.
see, so Coach Eunice, you see that is the problem is not the food itself. It's the regulation. That is the
The
problem.
regulation, but how many people are really ready to regulate? And the fact is,
That's what
some
I'm
people
saying.
use
So
this
let's
to,
not give the dog a bad name in order to hang it.
no, we're not giving it a bad name, but personally, me, what I feel is now enjoy this soup, but let us incorporate some veg. So in that way, in that process, we are still able to enjoy what we want. We are enjoying the swallow, but also now having more vitamins, more nutrients in them. That is what personally I believe, and that is why I
Yes,
personally advocate for it. And also adding colors as well. When your food is colorful, you have more nutrients, yes, to your food as well. And that is what I believe in. So I am still
yes,
continuing
and
to push my purple cabbage swallow.
Coach Eunice, Coach
Yeah,
Eunice,
yeah,
what I
yes.
say is that for most people, the swallow, when you say portion sizes, for me, you see, all of us, we are different. Our sizes in body, right? We are different. So
True.
how I teach about portion size, if you do your hand like this,
Peace.
your fist, my own fist may be bigger than your own fist, depending on your
True.
body frame. And the
True.
man's fist will be bigger than this. So your
True.
portion size for your swallow should just be the
This
size
side.
of your fist. And then your soup should be a lot. But the problem is that even for us Africans, the soups we make, they are dead on
Amazing.
arrival. That's the
True.
Yes.
problem. They are dead on arrival.
True.
How we even
Oh, yeah.
cook those soups and all that. So we don't even gain anything. So to me, I feel and Gary Eba is very good because it's rich in fiber and all that. It's even better than pounded yam in terms of having fiber, like big complex carbs and all that. So if you're eating the right quantity and having soup that is alive, not dead soup, soup that is alive, you are good. It's for us to learn self-control. That is
Yeah.
True.
the problem. Self-discipline, self-control. That is what is needed, and not eating 3, 4, 5 times a day.
Yes. Yeah, I totally
And
agree.
also not eating it every day. Some people eat
Yeah.
swallow every
Of
single
course, you
day.
should have
Why?
variety. You should have variety. You should
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
variety in what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Someone is actually asking, can we shed light on menopause? Sorry, we can't talk about menopause today. Join us next month in the month of June, and we're going to be talking about menopause, but we can't talk about that today. That's another very big topic. We're going to talk about that today. So, what I need you all to do, please, if you've not clicked on the subscribe button, just click on the subscribe button. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Subscribe to this channel because we talk about a lot of important topics for women. Subscribe to this channel and send to your family and friends. Tell them you need to subscribe to this channel because we come here every month to talk about very different topics that are important to women and their families. So kindly subscribe to this channel. Before we go, Auntie Ronken, can you tell us in your final words, what can you say to that woman who
I
wants to go from the inside? Yeah.
yeah, thank you very much. Choose you. It's
Mm.
important you. Because when you are well, that's when you can look after other people. You can't carry the whole burden of the family
Mhm.
on your head. You're going to collapse. Choose you first. Make sure you're mentally, emotionally, psychologically okay. And then you can pour out to others. So please, women, let's look after ourselves. Women are dying a lot because they are taking too much than they can handle. So please choose you, look after yourself. Whatever is going to happen in old age starts from now. So make wise decisions now. Choose wisely now. Make the lifestyle changes now. Don't wait until you're 50 and 60. Things may have gone the wrong way then. So make that decision now. If you want to grow old, aging, and glowing, you need to start now.
Thank you so much. Choose you. Thank you. And that is actually everything we're talking about. It starts from you choosing you. And here is me saying to that beautiful woman, when you begin to choose you, you would radiate from the inside out. And your old age will smile. You will age, you keep aging, but however, you would glow. Now, one thing, we don't just grow old, we age and we shrink. But how we shrink matters on how we feed our body. If you don't feed your body well, you will get dehydrated. Do not get dehydrated in any aspects. Keep glowing. Fuel your life with what truly matters. So, in conclusion, choose you. Thank you everyone for joining us on this channel today. Thank you. It's been such a blessing having you. Thank you, Madam Christine. Thank you, Auntie Ronke. It's been such a blessing having you both here. We say thank you. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. It's not going to cost you. Don't. It's free of charge. It's not going to cost you anything. And please share this to someone to catch a replay. We've talked about very important things for women. One woman will need to hear some of these things. Someone needs to be encouraged. Share this to that woman that you love. Share this on your WhatsApp status. Someone needs to play this. So thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure having you here. Join us again on the 29th of May. And at that time, we're going to be talking about how to feed your children. We're going to have some doctors, pharmacies. We're going to have a lot of people here talking to us. It's a special program. To stay connected, you can reach us out. You can reach out to us on Instagram, on Facebook, on WhatsApp. We are available. So reach out to us and join the Trim and Glow tribe. You're going to see our number. You can join. You can send a WhatsApp message. Send a WhatsApp message to us to be able to join if you want to join the Trim and Glow tribe. Tomorrow we are starting our fruit fast. It's going to be a 5 days detox to glow, and you do not want to miss this. So join us. Click on this. Call this. Send a message to this WhatsApp number. I'm just going to put it up there now. Send a message to this WhatsApp number and to join the Detox to Glow challenge that is starting on tomorrow. And thank you once again for joining us. And like I did mention, do not forget to get your family and friends, get someone to join this channel, get someone to join us. Thank you. It's been such a pleasure. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for joining us here today. Thank you. And here until next time. See you next time. See you. And we're going to say bye. Thank you. It's been such a pleasure. I'm just going to put up the phone number on the chat here so you can be able to see it. Okay, so please, that's our phone, our WhatsApp phone number. So you can just send us a message on WhatsApp and we will be able to reach out to you. Follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and all our social media platforms. And thank you, special thank you to all my Trim and Glow queens. Yes, I could see you. Thank you, Queen. All, I don't want to call names, so I don't miss out on anyone. But thank you for showing up. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you to everyone that joined us today. It's been such a pleasure having you. Thank you. And here we say goodbye. See you next time.